Welcome back to the Manor. Julian McBain here, and this is my 53rd Saturday vlog, and my first Saturday vlog of 2020. Okay, to start off, as you can all see, I'm hunting in Orthos. For those of you who are here for the Entropia content, this is probably going to be a fairly common thing. I find that Orthos is a great place to do low-key hunting, and I can focus more on the vlogging than I do on the mobs, because the mobs aren't going to kill me if, you know, they bite me in the face with a good crit. So I've been doing a lot of hunting here, in fact. I'm really enjoying, because I did a lot of high-level hunting, and we had the two mayhems that were practically back-to-back. So just coming here and doing some low-key shit is just great. And I forgot to calculate my oil. That's fine. It's fine. Except I'm pretty sure that... did I count that yesterday? No, I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't. Okay, we're good. As you all know, I keep extremely close track of my Entropia universe ped flow. And I want to make sure it's accurate, to the point where I would have stopped this video and started it over had I realized that I had missed something, but I didn't. So, before I get into what I really want to talk about today, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Make sure you take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. And this year I have a goal of 1,000. And as of this recording, I am 756 away. So please hit the subscribe button, become one of the first 1,000 subscribers on this channel on the road to 13 million. I have also, going out on a limb, I've set up a Patreon. I will put the link in the description. I'm still working on all of the benefits that I can put into the Patreon, but one thing that is there is my new ebook, The Modern Entropian. It's about 12 to 14,000 words long. I think it's 12,000 words-ish long. So that is a benefit if you do become a patron as a thank you. And I do plan on putting out more ebooks. My goal is to put out one a quarter. I need to make sure that they're topical, they're meaningful, and they're of sufficient length. Now, ebooks can be shorter than regular books, obviously, so I'm able to pump them out faster than I might be able to do like a novel, because I've been working on 2 novels for over a decade, and one of them I put out and then pulled back, and that one's going to be going back out sometime this year, I hope. And then the second one I am working on editing. But ebooks are a whole different matter, and I plan on putting out one every quarter. At least one every 6 months, but my intent is to do one every quarter. And those will be exclusive to my Patreon. So if you decide to become a patron, one, I appreciate it, and two, that will be the biggest benefit to being a patron, is that extra content. And I'll be developing more content as I go too. But that will be the big cookie, so to speak. And so that leads me into what tonight's vlog is going to be all about. And the big thing that tonight's vlog is all about is, holy shit, I did a live stream. I'm sure all of you probably know that by now, but it was completely spontaneous. I had not gone into it expecting to do a live stream. I had no plans to do a live stream. My intent was to do the video for Wednesday, New Year's. And so I recorded that video, and I was actually planning on being done for the night. I was going to just do some low-key hunting and be done with it. And then the little button in OBS that said start streaming was staring at me. And I was like, no, I've never done it before. I shouldn't do it. But it was staring at me. challenging me, as if to say, do you have the courage to live stream? And it was only 2 hours till midnight, and so I said, screw it. And it took me a good 10 minutes to figure out how to make it work, but I got it to work. And so I live streamed from 10 p.m. until midnight Eastern Standard Time, and rang in the new year doing my very first live stream. And let me tell you, I did not expect it to be an adrenaline rush the way it was. That was amazing. And it was awesome being able to interact with people live. I have my laptop set up so I could read the chat. It was just an amazing experience. And I want to thank everyone who joined me for that live stream, and all of the people who viewed it afterward. I think I averaged between 9 and 12 people, which is a lot for a first live. So that's a huge number for a first live stream. But I've also noticed that the views have continued to tick up over the course of the last couple of days. And so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched the live stream live, even though it was really late at night on New Year's. Well, late at night for me. I don't know where all the viewers are from. I know that some people were from other time zones. But it was just an amazing experience. The other thing that I wanted to kind of touch on tonight, and this is something we as a community don't think of enough. We have one of the most amazing communities in Entropia universe. We do. I was interacting with another player, happens to be Japanese, and as it happens, I know a little bit of Japanese, like not enough to be considered proficient in any way, shape, or form, but some. And so I was actually setting up a trade. I was selling them an Azuro that I actually harvested from here, and interspersed what little Japanese I knew into the conversation to try to, well, frankly, to try to be more, because everyone here speaks English. And so in order to show them that, I want to interact with you so that you're more comfortable. And so I did my best to intersperse the Japanese where it was appropriate, contextually. And they appreciated that. And so one of them actually offered to help me learn Japanese. And unfortunately, right now, my time will not allow me to actually focus in on doing it. But it was just like, holy crap. Someone offered to help me learn Japanese in a video game. And Japanese is not exactly the world's, well, it's not the world's easiest language to learn, but it's not because it's difficult to learn the words. The writing system is extremely different from the Latin writing system that we use in English in the Western world. And so that can make it tough to learn the written language. The spoken language is no more or less challenging than learning any other language. Having attempted to pick it up and having picked up some, I don't know as much now as I did like when I was 2021. But having learned some of it and unfortunately forgotten a good chunk of it in the meantime, it's not a super tough language to learn if you put your nose down and learn it and have someone to talk to while you're learning it. And that was always my biggest challenge, was having someone else who was interested in Japanese to talk to. So yeah, you learn new things every day in this game. I think you do in any game, really, but that was new to me. having a gamer in any MMO, not only were they helpful, but it was a real-world skill that they offered. And I know that I harp on this all the time, and in fact, Monday I've got an article coming out on McBainManor.com about real-world skills that we as gamers have developed but don't utilize in the real world, and how we're hurting ourselves by doing it. But that, learning a language, that is such a complex skill to learn, and to be offered assistance in doing it just blew me away. Because people pay good money to learn a language, especially as adults, because as adults, learning a language from another country makes you extremely marketable. And so that's huge. And so tutors go for ridiculous prices per hour, $50 an hour to learn a language. But to just have someone go, yeah, I'll help you learn if you're interested, or let me know. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And that's why I think that we in Entropia Universe have perhaps overall the best community. Period. Just the best community. And yeah, you get your trolls and you get your jerks and stuff like that. That's any community. But I do think we have the best community out there. And that extends outside of EU as well. So when I did my live stream on New Year's Eve, and I rang in the new year doing it, a good percentage of the people who were watching the live stream were other creators. And that kind of blows me away too. That other creators would take the time to come watch the live stream, support the live stream, or support my channel, and to put the time, I mean, that was 2 hours, to put the time into to have that conversation. The two people I want to shout out, and I want you to go and check out their channels when you're done here. Bob Silent, he puts out EU content among other things. I think he's primarily EU. And Obbledude, who puts out a variety of content. I've seen him do EU, I've seen him do other games, I think I've seen him do building a model. So go subscribe to their channels. They both produce good content. And guys, thank you so much for showing up to the live stream. It was awesome. Wow, I kind of ran out my topic of conversation far sooner than I expected, but we're going to keep this going for a while. One of the things I was thinking about is how I want to play Entropia Universe in the coming year, because I really want to get better. I want to be a better player, not just have a better avatar, but be a better player, because this year I'm pretty sure I gained something like 60,000 skill points. I broke the 100,000 mark. That's really kind of the Caraman. That's not the one I was looking for. That's really the Caraman line of this game, is 100,000 skill points. You can deal with a lot with 100,000 skill points if you're focused on one area. Like, my big focus has always been hunting. If your big focus is on mining, you're going to be able to mine in all kinds of incredible places. If you're a crafter, you're going to be crafting all sorts of things. And if you break it up, then any individual one won't be as good, but at the same time, you'll be nice and balanced. But the fact is I've got over 100,000 skill points, and so now that I've kind of hit what my goal was for skill points, because it's always going to keep going up, and the goal is always to keep growing your skills, but the that was the marker for me, and now I need to refocus and become a better player rather than just having a really good avatar. What I mean by that is I want to learn how to play more efficiently, even though I don't necessarily believe that the eco strategies actually are as beneficial as people think they are. I do think that there is something to it. I'm not poo-pooing on people who play eco. I can hear Serial Overdrive in the background rolling his eyes. But no, I'm probably not. But although if you want an eco player, Serial Overdrive is pretty much the epitome of how to play eco as a rifleman. But at the same time, there is some wisdom in how to play eco, and I think that part of playing eco is learning where the edge is for you where you can fight, and then knowing where to back off to so that you're maximizing your returns over time, but you can still pull a profit. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a profit in raw ped. I mean, we all know that expecting Mindark to hand out money is a non-starter. But if you can break even on a hunt, and you end up with, well, let's just look at what I've got. I've got 654 ped. Most of this is from yesterday. So don't think that I just did all that today. I actually pretty much burnt out my Buchan spare rifle yesterday just hunting. And I ended up, well, I didn't add in the oil, but my add up, I ended up 29 pec over what I started with. So I was like, my actual profit was probably like 5 ped overall. Which is not a lot, but it's something. And considering what I'm hunting, 5 ped is a lot when you're hunting a bunch of bots. Now, I was out here for 4 hours, I think, total yesterday. And that was broken up over throughout the course of the day, so it wasn't like I was just sitting and doing 4 constant hours of grinding. I sat down for an hour, did some grind, had to go adult. Sat down for an hour, did some grind, had to go adult. And then after my son went to bed, that's when, I sit down and I just hunt for the rest of the night. Usually I was watching Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans on Netflix. Yes, I'm a weeb. Deal with it. And I say that to an audience of people who I'm sure the majority have probably watched or have watched anime at some point in their lives. Yes, I actually do know my audience. Tangents. Lost my train of thought. Oh, becoming a better player. The other thing that I was thinking of, and this is something that I've been trying to figure out how to do, and one of the things I've learned as a content creator, because I am the world's worst perfectionist, or at least I try to be. Don't always succeed, but I try to be. Especially when it comes to my writing, and that comes from being a professional writer, or having had been a professional writer, and trying to move back in that direction. On top of being a better player, I want to be a better gamer. And what I mean by that is not just the raw gaming skills, not just being better at games like Borderlands and We Happy Few, and there's a Subnautica run coming up at some point, and I've got to play Dark Souls because, like Portal, I feel like Dark Souls is kind of a necessity when you're a content creator going for Let's Play videos. I'm going to be specific there because there are content creators who specialize in one area, right? Entropian universe, this is my core. But I also do Let's Play videos. You've got Serial Overdrive. His big core is Entropian universe, but he also does Rust. He does Warframe, Lore Spade does Fallout 76, which I really need to go back and do some more of. Bad YouTuber, but when you have to balance out the time, I'm going to focus on my core and go back to that when I can. So my core is Entropia Universe, the vlog, the McBain moments, and the one Let's Play. When I have time I can spare, I'll do a second Let's Play, or I'll do the Fallout 76. But I'm also trying to fulfill that goal of writing once a week. I want to put out 1 article a week. I want to write those 4 ebooks a year. Because if I'm going to have a Patreon, I need to make sure that I'm producing some sort of value for my patrons beyond what I'm doing up here. And I'm going to continue to push that. Because that's my goal, is to create value. That's really the goal of any YouTuber. Or it should be the goal of any YouTuber, is to produce something of value. Something that people want to watch. And yeah, some people do it for fun, because this is their way of escaping their 9 to 5, so to speak. But there should always be, it's an artistic endeavor. And the only way you become better at art is to practice, and the only reason you become better at art is to provide more value to the people who are enjoying it. And value doesn't necessarily mean money. What I mean by value is they get something out of it, a feeling. A lot of YouTubers, they do like knowledge and things like that. That's all your business guru YouTubers, your entrepreneurs, the ones who are out there to teach you how to be a better business person. But there's also those who do it to provide you a feeling, to provide you an escape, to provide you with something that you don't necessarily get when you are, or let me rephrase that, to provide you with something to distract you from some of the more difficult parts of life. I mean, really, that's why we have non-interactive entertainment. Other people do things to provide instructions, and I'm working on doing that as well. In fact, tomorrow, for those watching it, because I'm actually producing this on Thursday, I'll produce the video on Saturday, but for you guys, this is coming out on Saturday, and Sunday is when my next instructional will come out. I'm going to be doing what do you do on your first day on Calypso. I've even written a companion article that I'll link in the description just to provide a little extra for those new players. And that's all good stuff. And some people just do it to share their laughs. Like, that's what Lore Spade does with Fallout 76. And I love watching his content because it gives me a laugh. It provides the feeling. That's the value. And so I am going to look for more ways to provide value. It's like, dude, I just shot you twice. Okay. Dear tab targeting. When targeting a mob, please make sure it's a mob that's within line of sight, because even though that mob was technically the closer mob, I can't shoot through trees. See, now I can shoot him. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Let's fight our way out of here. Am I being shot at? Yeah. Oh, I also managed... I picked up a couple of those 3-day loot pills in the Christmas Strong boxes. So we got 2 days and 17 hours left. It'll be next month, I think, before this thing actually runs out. Come on. Okay. I think I am free. We're just going to kind of move this direction alongside where all the mobs are, and then we're going to move over toward the butte there. Guys, I really appreciate all the support that all of you viewers, subscribers have given me in the past year. It blows me away that I went from 30 some odd subscribers to 244. No, it was 243 at midnight on New Year's. And I know I'm hitting 1,000 this year. And it's all thanks to you. So as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time. So make sure you subscribe. Also, don't forget, please check out my website, McBainManor.com, for more written content. And consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/JulianMcBain. Links will be in the description. Guys, thank you so much for all of your support. I'm really looking forward to what this year is bringing. I hope you are too. You all have a wonderful night.